Hello. I want to talk to you about awareness. Let's take our dogs, for example. They're so aware. Their awareness is heightened. They're always looking for a cue from us. They're always aware of when the postman might be coming down the street, when you might be going to the fridge to get something to eat and there might be a treat for them, when things are getting quiet at a particular time of the day or evening and they know that they understand that it's quiet time. They're aware of when a dog or somebody is approaching them in the distance when they're on leash. They're also aware when you're not home as well. So our dogs are aware for a very, very long period of time when they're with us and when they're not with us. Now let's take a look at our awareness in comparison. Are we actually aware of when our dogs may begin to get excited? Are we aware what things might cause our dogs to get excited in a particular environment? Or do we only become aware when they're already excited? And then that's the time where it's going to be one where we can get frustrated, angry towards our dogs because they're performing a behaviour that we don't like seeing. So when we think about awareness and we become aware, we're actually stepping into the present moment. We're aware of what's happening. We're seeing reality for what it is. We're not distorting it with any white noise in our head that's based around what we expect our dog to do, how we're judging the situation, what we think should happen, the results that we want to achieve. And that's whether we're training our dog with positive reinforcement or not. And even when we're training our dogs with positive reinforcement, we can still become judgmental and blame our dogs when they're not getting it right. And that's based, of course, again, on our expectations of the way we think things should be happening and turning out in a situation. But when we become aware, we're not interpreting or distorting the reality of the situation. We're simply seeing our dog performing a behaviour. We're not labelling it as desirable or undesirable. We're just seeing the behaviour. And that means we can then understand what is contributing to that behaviour because we're seeing the entire picture simply because of our awareness. And that means we also use positive reinforcement in a way that won't be incompatible with how our dogs are feeling because we will be aware of their emotional state in a particular situation. Now, our dog is always trying to understand us. Your dog is always trying to understand you. They're always looking for a cue from you. So before you can take action, you must be aware. Otherwise, you are going to react. You are going to be reactive and you're going to respond in a way that's compulsive rather than in a way that is going to be taking appropriate action to guide your dog into performing a behaviour that you'd like to see. And it's so important that we have awareness when we're training with our dogs or simply trying to find a real world opportunity in which to redirect our dog's possibly undesirable behaviour into a desirable behaviour. And the reason why it's so important that we have awareness is because of a number of characteristics that dogs have naturally. Firstly, and the most important reason is our dog's mental capacity. Dogs have a mental capacity or intelligence, if you like, of a 2-year-old toddler, of a small child. And so they don't have any idea or any concept of how to act in a socially acceptable way according to human social etiquette. And your dog is always going to be motivated as long as you make that experience pleasant for them. And so when you are aware, you're not judging, you're not blaming, you're not becoming frustrated, and you're not becoming angry, and you're not focused on the results. You're actually in the present moment and you see your dog's behaviour for what it is, which is simply a behaviour. So whenever you feel judgment or resentment or frustration or anger towards your dog because of the behaviour that they might be doing, then that is a very big signpost to tell you that you're not in a state of awareness. And so that's a really good cue for you to then take a step back into the present moment, fine-tune your awareness and see the reality of this situation. And you'll come to see that your dog is just performing a behaviour. Nothing more, nothing less.